Good morning, everybody, and welcome to King Arthur Pendragon. Somebody else say something and we can make sure it sounds
Hello.
working. Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good.
What's up?
It looks like on my side sound is going out, so maybe Twitch chat can just verify for us that they're hearing everybody, and then we will be in a happy, lovely place.
We're always in a happy, lovely place when we're with you, Steven.
Oh, Eric.
So true.
Good. Well, I'm not seeing any terrified exclamations in chat, so yeah, everything is all good.
No picnic
Awesome.
baskets.
No
Yay!
picnic baskets. Good. Hello. It's been quite a while since we've seen you. 3 weeks? 2 weeks? I know we had a couple weeks off for Christmas and New Year's, holiday seasons. How are y'all? What's been going on? Eric, how have you been for the last 2 weeks? Did you have a nice break?
I didn't do much breaking. I had to work a lot during my break.
Well, you just started a new job, yeah?
Yeah, so none of that accrued leave time yet.
Yep.
I've been in the office mines, mining the offices. But hey, besides that though, I've been and so last night I got sucked into The Magicians, which is really good.
Is that a TV show?
Yeah, it's pretty addicting. It's kind of like urban fantasy Harry Potter.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah, it is on Netflix.
Awesome. Wait, you're in the United States.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's north of the wall, if it's up there.
Yeah. I'll have to check.
The wildlings.
Yeah.
Have any of you all seen The Magicians?
No.
Wow, amazing. All right, Eric. I'm going to have to see if I can find this and then we can geek out about it.
Yeah.
Nice. Jess, how was your break?
Good. I needed it desperately.
Yeah. I feel you.
Taking breaks from work is awesome. You should
Yes.
try it.
Yes.
Yeah, I had an awesome Christmas. I had a very nice New Year.
Sweet.
I got a little Christmas bonus and I treated myself to a Hot Toys, the Resistance Ray one.
Nice. Yeah, I saw your Twitter pictures of that.
She's gorgeous.
Yeah, it looks great.
I wasn't expecting to be so overwhelmed when I opened that box.
Yeah.
She's incredible. I love
Awesome.
her.
That's super great.
Yeah.
I mentioned this on stream before? What I did with my quote unquote Christmas bonus is buy lightsabers.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
They haven't made it to me yet. There was an 8-week lead time, so I wasn't expecting them to even ship, but apparently they have they've gone into the shipping queue for the company, and they might get to me sometime soon. But anyway, I'm just I can't wait for lightsabers.
We had some spare kyber crystals.
Pretty much, yeah, exactly. Good.
Wait, you
Colors.
did pink, right?
Yes, I did pink and purple.
Nice.
I got 2 so I can go out on the mountain in the snow and
Oh, shit, yeah.
film awesome lightsaber battles with my friends. So I'm super, super stoked for that. And yeah, I think, we have mentioned this before because Eric was like, yeah, King Arthur Pendragon would be perfect for a game about Jedi. And I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's true.
Stand by it.
This is Kintsugi. She is very attention demanding. Luke, how was your break?
It was all right. It was weird. I don't know if any of you are familiar with Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, but pretty much that's where I was for. If you aren't familiar with Garth Marenghi's Dark Place, by the way, it is hilarious and totally worth digging up on YouTube.
Awesome.
But yeah, I took a month off from work. I have a very generous vacation policy at Kickstarter that I do not get to use throughout the year because I am helping creators 24/7 most of the year. But December, mercifully, nobody launches games, so I took the month off and I watched a little bit of TV. I watched Night Manager, which was super cool. And I watched the second season of the American Nazi show, whatever the Philip K. Dick one. Why can't I remember the name?
Philip K. Dick,
The
American
High
Nazi show.
Castle? Man in the High
Man in
Castle?
the High Castle. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't know that was a dick.
No, me neither.
Yeah. It's weird. It's uneven. It's kind of airless in certain places, like where it's just like they're kind of going through the motions. But the villain, man, we're definitely one of the best TV villains or on-screen villains I've seen in a long time.
A good villain really makes it,
Right.
for sure.
I'm a huge villain fan. Yeah. I mean, it's like basically without an antagonist, I'm bored. But I also went down a deep, dark, like I'm gonna read whatever I want hole, and that turned into obsessively reading about 17th and 18th century Paris.
Nice.
Nice.
That's cool.
So if you would like to know anything about the taxes, what taxes there were, how they were collected, how the people felt about the taxes, or the fact that the Parisians got taxed differently than people in the countryside, who got taxed differently than the clergy, got taxed differently than the nobility. Let's go.
You're an expert
This is your
now, huh?
So it was a weird month.
It sounds like a good month, though.
Education.
Yeah.
That's what you want to have happen on your breaks.
Oh, sometimes learning about like obscure historical taxes is super rewarding. I just started listening to the Revolutions podcast, and that's all it is about the tax structure of early South America and how that led to a revolution. It's insane. It's super awesome. Yeah, so go obscure tax law.
Awesome.
Right.
I feel like taxes are the generators of revolutions.
Yeah. Kings not being able to pay their debts. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a super big deal. Our national hero, General Gilbert Motier de Lafayette, Marquis de Lafayette.
Yeah.
He begged Louis XVI to help out those poor Americans and to float them this, fat loan, which Louis XVI finally capitulated to. Him and Ben Franklin were begging for it, which is one of the major precipitating factors in the bankruptcy of the Louis XVI monarchy, which is one of the major precipitating factors in the French Revolution.
Yep.
It's really fucking cool.
Of course,
Yeah.
excessive taxation was one of the major factors in the American Revolution. So,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Kat has decided the only thing she wants in life is to chew my cables behind my computer. So, Kira, tell us how your vacation has been while I secure them.
Cool. Good luck. Cats are stubborn. My vacation was good. I had a couple of weeks off of work as well, and I did a lot of game things.
Nice.
All of the game things. Yeah, I do a lot of freelance design. So I do Kickstarter stretch goals for games that are coming out or
Rad.
stuff. Yeah. So I was working on what did I work on? I'm working on a big Fate adventure right now, actually. That's about DJ robots in the future and their emo problems. I'm kind of excited about it. I'm doing a LARP hack that is based on The Handmaid's Tale,
Oh.
which I don't know if y'all know Handmaid's Tale, but it's basically like post-apocalyptic feminism problems. You're a lady and you have no rights. Is it the future or is it now? Who knows? It's a metaphor. So that's kind of a dark game. And also I did a town for Monster Hearts. The new edition of Monster Hearts was just kickstarted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know
Cool.
if you can I'm sure you can probably still get it somehow, but the Kickstarter is over. And so I
Nice.
did a setting for that, which is based in Ohio, where I live.
Nice.
And it's a high school, and your enemies are conservative Christians and neo-Nazis, like neo-Nazi punks. So like
Nice.
skinhead punks. Yeah. Racist skinhead punks, I should clarify. And it got too real after the election. I planned this a couple
Right.
months ago, and now I'm like, should I still write the setting? This is kind of dark for teenage monster romance. But I don't know. I'm going with it. I'm pretty stoked about it actually, because humans make really good villains.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and monster stories. Oh, also I played the Harry Potter LARP, the American Harry Potter New World Magischola LARP. So I was a wizard for a weekend up in Cleveland and in this manor, and it was pretty cool. The LARP had remember. It was like 100, 200 people, 200 players maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, and it was really fun. New World Magischola, if you're interested in Harry Potter and want to get into LARPing and costuming, it's a the players are really diverse. There were a lot of women, queer people, people of color. So that was actually really cool.
Question: were you role playing as members of the original Harry Potter houses or members of the not as cool North American Harry Potter houses?
No, copyrighted issues, obviously.
Got it.
So this is a worldwide Harry Potter barcode filed off game.
Got it.
Games that happen in Nordic countries. There's games that happen in the UK, and there's games that happen in America. And you're not in high school, you're in college. It's the College of Wizardry.
Yeah, okay, of course.
Yeah. So same drama, different houses. And they're actually having a global competition to put all three of the houses in competition with each other, like that one book of Harry Potter, like somewhere, I think it's happening in the UK.
Tri-Wizard Cup? Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that should be pretty cool. They're getting the American players, the UK players, and the Nordic players all in the same place.
That's super cool.
So awesome.
Yeah. It's pretty nerdy. Look it up. It's fun. So that's what I was up to with my break, game design and Harry Potter LARPs.
That sounds like a good break. I was up to similar things, minus the LARPs. I think for a week I went down to Louisiana, to New Orleans.
Yes.
And I took a walking tour of a cemetery that was cool, and then the walking tour of the cemetery took us around a neighborhood and talked about houses, which was super boring for me, but that's okay. Because I got to learn about cool New Orleans cemeteries and how they bury people above the ground and then like rotate them down into the earth over time. It's like, why are you doing this? I actually asked, I was like, is there a reason they do this? And it was just like, nope, it's just burial customs from like France and Spain.
I thought it was flooding because they don't have basements in New Orleans either.
He was actually like, people tend to think that it's flooding, but like that's actually a very rare problem. And it's more because of the cultural, just the way that they did things in the old world. So I don't know, maybe the guy misled me, but that's what he said.
He probably knows better than I do. I love New Orleans. It's one of my favorite places.
It was awesome, and like it was just like every day we like ate amazing food, drank amazing drinks, and listened to amazing live music for like 6 days straight.
That's the city to do it in.
Yeah,
That's the city.
it was awesome. And then I came back to Montreal, and I had a second week of vacation because I always know after spending a week with my parents, I need like a week off.
Yeah.
So I came back, and within like 2 days I was super bored, but that was good because then like I was forced to just be super bored because all of my friends are back at work already and like sit at my house and kind of do nothing until I was bored enough to play video games again. And then I started playing Doom because like, you know, I spend 40 to 50 hours a week working on video games and sitting in front of a computer doing video gamesy stuff and like playing games as study.
Yeah.
So it can be challenging to make myself just sit down and play games, but this week I sat down and I started playing Doom, and oh my god, it's such a good game. It's really well put together, just as like a game to get you into that flow state of like blowing up demons and exploring and playing with all the abilities that you have. It does a really great job.
Yeah.
And then I'm doing a thing where privately I take notes like that are sort of design deconstruction of the games that I play. So like, what does this game do well? What do I think it could do better? What's the core experience? What creates the core experience? What breaks the core experience? What would be the design razor for this game that would help designers make decisions to like make a game like it or whatever? And I realized that I could actually put all of that stuff up on Gama Sutra as like an article.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
I think I'm going to start doing that once I get far enough into Doom.
Have you played any of the other Dooms?
Man, I played the one from like 2006 or something. You know, the one from forever ago.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do, yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
played the one from 90 or whatever.
Yeah. I was just wondering if
Yeah,
you
that's the only one.
for juxtaposition, if there's anything to say about it.
I'm sure there is, but I'm
I've
not.
heard great things.
I'm
yeah.
not knowledgeable enough to make the juxtaposition, unfortunately. I would be able to do that with like Dark Souls or Bloodborne, but not with Doom. Yeah, but that was really cool. So I've been having a lot of fun with that, and like I started journaling, which has been really good because I'm like taking note of like the things that I like and the things that I don't like, and you know like all my daily like what do I think about things, and it's really cool because it gives me like really dramatic dreams at night if I journal before going to bed.
Oh wow.
So that's really fun.
Yeah. I heard that's also somehow like helps you with lucid dreaming, so that makes sense.
Yep, totally. So yeah, that's all I've been up to. Why don't we get into some King Arthur Pendragon?
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, it's been a number of months. It's probably been 6 or 7 months since we last saw each other. We did the winter phase last session, so Kira, we're going to go through that again this session. Hopefully everything will move smoothly, and we'll be able to get through all of that, and we'll just catch you up on 2 years of manorial care.
Stoked.
And of course, we had a lovely funeral for our dear fallen Ivan. What was that funeral like, Silden?
I don't remember.
Well, we didn't actually do it.
Oh,
So
okay. I was like, wow.
did we have a funeral? No, we didn't actually role play out through a funeral, but I'm just asking you, Jess, what do you think the funeral of Ivan was like?
So Ivan unfortunately had absolutely no family whatsoever.
Yeah.
But was still really attached to the manor because that was like the last remaining thing that his family had. So I think everyone probably gathered at the manor.
Yeah. Do you remember what your
Just
manor
had, like,
was called?
Oh crap. Hang on.
Was
I
it Barrack St. James, Stapleford, Dinton, or
It was Denton.
what was the other one?
I think it was Denton.
Okay, it was Dinton.
That sounds familiar.
Wow.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
We're definitely missing one of our 4 manors on this map, but that's okay because Dinton is now no longer a manor. Awesome. Yeah. So everybody gathered together at Dinton.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there's like a great hall, and they had a nice like feast in his honor, and probably some spooky stuff happened.
Oh, yeah?
Just like general like weird sounds, like weird like fairy noises and like glowing in the woods and that kind of thing.
Were there any unexpected guests at your funeral? I'm thinking fairy guests here.
I mean, yeah,
Cool.
that would be cool.
Awesome. Yeah, totally. Was it like one specific fairy guest, or was there like a fairy cadre?
Well, I mean, it would be really awesome if my grandmother showed up in some capacity,
Totally.
perhaps with some like,
Incognito or
well, yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like,
I mean,
what do they take the form of?
There's probably some like, beautiful woman shows up with her consort, and it's, very obvious to everybody that they're not from this world. And of course, for those of us who are outside the world of Pendragon, we can look in and see, this is Ivan's grandmother, kept preternaturally young from her time in Fairy.
Right.
So
with, like, her fairy lover or whatever.
In game, everybody was probably like, "Who are these amazing noble people who came to Ivan's funeral?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Totally. And maybe the druid people from the town we saved.
From Ember, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, definitely they would feel indebted to you. So I think, likely a number of people from Ember were there. Cole, Ather, Willis, and Luelt, all there, looking both sullen and forlorn.
Yes.
As they do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some like very tame orgy action.
Right,
going on.
yeah. Some subdued
Afterwards.
backroom orgy.
Did you say tame orgy action?
low
Yeah.
key, real
Yeah.
low key.
Low key,
Well,
nothing crazy.
It would have been a pagan funeral, right? So
Yeah.
maybe that's simply a part of what happens.
Are there orgies at pagan funerals?
I don't know. I just know that
at
that's
Ivan's
what
pagan funeral.
Ivan's participated in from time to time, so that might be like a way to honor him and like
Celebrate life.
It's a life ritual.
Yes.
So that makes sense.
Yeah.
And pagan orgy. Okay.
I've
cool.
never been to one, so I'm not Sure.
I'm convinced.
Yeah, that's a good funeral. Very nice. Yes. So, as the year progresses, as year 486 progresses, Earl Roderick begins assigning the three of you into a group with another young knight, your same age, whose name is Elaine. Elaine, do you have family?
That's a good question. I can tell you in a second. Yes, I'm the fourth child.
Okay, so you have 3 older brothers and or sisters.
Yeah.
Very nice. Are your parents still alive?
I didn't note that they're not,
Yeah, it's up to you.
so I think they are.
Okay,
It could be kind of cool if they both were, actually.
nice.
Because everyone's parents are always dead, and it's sad.
Well, especially the knightly parent
Yeah.
is almost
Well,
always dead.
Every single Disney movie, like the princess's parents have to die, and it's like, why? Why can't she be independent but also have parents?
Yes.
I agree.
Let us roll you a manor, Ivan.
Cool.
And I remember that it's like on page 3 or something in a place that makes no sense at all.
Yeah, it's like in the character generation page.
Yep.
Who knows why?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, pick your name. Now pick your manor. It's like, whoa, calm down.
Whoa,
You'll
whoa,
get
whoa.
assigned this
Gee.
later. There it is, literally current home. All right, Ivan, please roll 1d20.
Okay. 11.
Excellent. There we go. And that is Newton Tony.
Ooh.
So let's find out where in the world is Newton Tony.
Newton Tony. Like Isaac Newton, and then
Yep, and then the name Tony. Yep. Exactly.
cool.
He's from South Philly.
Newton Tony.
Yeah.
It's not that one.
like
There we go. Yes, so there are actually 2 manors. There's a manor named Newton and then a manor named Newton Tony. So Newton Tony is way up here. You know, along one of these strange branches of the river. I think it is fairly close to Levkomagus over here. I'm going to put it right there anyway. So... yeah, I'm going to put it right on the GU of Levkomagus.
Cool. It's a nice spot.
Newton Tony. Awesome. Luke, do you remember what your place is?
Berwick St. James.
Your Barrack St. James. Stapleford is who? Is it Nidian or Dwynwen?
I'm not sure. I don't know what mine is.
Flick to your manor tab.
Yeah.
My computer is being stupid and slow right now.
I will flick to your manor tab. Behold,
Help me.
I don't
manor.
know.
You have not written your manor name down on your manor tab.
Hey,
Right. Dwynwen just doesn't get a manor.
I remember doing manner things.
Yeah.
So I think I maybe missed that.
Maybe
Yeah.
you did because you weren't here when we did
Right.
the manor stuff. All right,
Right.
so
Yeah, that's
Dwynwen,
what's up.
roll 1d20.
Maybe come back to me.
Yeah,
Sorry, I don't know my computer.
Yeah,
I
right,
never wrote
of
mine down
course.
either. But
Um,
I totally remember. I think I'm Stapleford.
you are
I was
Stapleford. Yep.
Yeah, I was down the. I didn't remember geographically where I was.
Yes. You are Stapleford. All right. Kira, I'm going to roll 1d20 for you.
Cool. Sorry.
Bloop. 1.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Wouldn't it be convenient if these were on the same page? All right. King Arthur Pendragon, version 5.3. You just give me a call, and I will complain to you endlessly, and we will fix all the problems. All right, Baverstock. You're at Baverstock.
That's my manor.
Yeah. Which
Oh,
is
okay.
very near Dinton, actually.
Baverstock.
It definitely sounds like a clothing pattern.
Yeah, it does.
You know what I mean? Some kind of textile.
So
Yeah.
you're
or like
actually
a nice pair of socks.
you're also very close to Imber.
And who's Ember?
Imber is the village that your companions saved from the fairy bear, and well, you saved from the fairy bear, and then your companions bequeathed accidentally unto the Night of Flowers, or the Flower Night.
Right, right.
So this is Baverstock. Cool.
Bavistock.
Here we are.
Oh, I see it. Okay. It's working now.
Excellent. Good.
We're back.
Barrack
We're
St.
back.
James, Stapleford, Baverstock, and Newton Tony. All right, fantastic. So, Manor, Newton Tony.
What are the other ones? What is Eric's? Or Nidian's?
Nidian's is Stapleford.
Stableburg?
Stapleford. Right up here. Stableburg?
Sorry.
I mean, that's plausible.
Yes,
Not wrong.
it is.
It's not crazy.
We can just like manipulate all of the names we've already gotten into like weirder and weirder permutations for new names.
Yeah.
Stapleback? What?
Stappleback.
Yeah.
Sounds like.
And then further up this fork of the river is Barrack St. James, where Hrethric has been bequeathed his own manor.
Dang, that's fancy sounding.
I know.
I'm just out there chopping wood. You know, I just got a big old pile of wood, just bare chested, just chopping wood.
That's the primary feature of Hrethric's manor.
look at that big forest. I got a lot of wood to chop.
Yep,
Cool.
absolutely. Well, but you're not logging it, right? Because that's what Nidian did, and he permanently reduced the income of his manor for.
I certainly didn't see that coming. No. I built an apiary. I'm busy. I'm getting stung by bees as I'm chopping wood, or you know they're landing on my finger and I'm talking to them.
Right.
Aw.
Yeah.
Bee speak.
Very nice. All right, so yes, some gossip for the year 486.
Ooh.
But isn't it terrible about the Saxons at Malden and Colchester? My ma has 3 cousins living with her now. Those horrible savages. Oh, it's the end of Britain, I say. I am praying every day that King Uther strikes every one of them dead, except the good ones who are on our side. Listen, friends, it's everywhere. My last lover, that monk, he told me that the vile Franks are even worse. They've overrun the last Roman outpost in Gaul. The barbarians are everywhere. And who can be surprised? Since the great city of Rome fell, everything there has been dismal. Maybe it's the end of the world. But aren't you afraid that they're coming here? Those savages are probably marching here right now. We have nothing to worry about. When I was in the king's chambers, I saw that Merlin is back. The kitchen had his usual plate of food out there. He's looking a little wan and tired. Well, I'll say you would too if you had to sleep for 6 months without eating. Like a bloody bear he is. So, in the king's court, there's talk of revenge. Last year, King Uther launched an offensive down at Colchester. King Athelswith, yes, one of the Saxon kings, King Athelswith, he took a short sail out from Kent with his continental army and many warriors from King Hengist. They landed near Malden and they pillaged widely until Duke Lucius mustered his army and met with them south of Colchester. The fighting was fierce, but the Saxons prevailed, and the Duke had to retreat into Colchester. British refugees fled from the city into the, oh god, the Quincoroy forest. Quincoroy.
Doubt it.
Yeah. Forest, but they were pursued and enslaved by the hundreds.
Yes.
So,
Wait, were they called by the hundreds as in like that's the name of the band? Like the group?
no. They were enslaved by the...
Oh, just by the number.
Yes.
I
Hundreds
wasn't sure
of
if it was
them.
proper H, you know,
Yes.
like capital H hundreds. So that was a group. Okay.
That would be pretty cool. Maybe there is a group of the Saxons who call themselves the Hundreds. Yes. So there's much talk of striking back and taking revenge. Prince Madoc, who is, I believe he's the prince. He's Uther's son, Madoc. Yes, Sir Madoc, son of Uther. He speaks regularly and freely, saying, "It's time for revenge. I'm going to take a force and harry those Saxons around Colchester. Most of them are scattered in bands now, and we should be able to kill a lot of them before they even know we're there. I'll be leading knights to go raiding." And it's at this point, when the four of you hear these rumors of raiding against the Saxons, that Earl Roderick of Salisbury sends word to each of you to gather at Sarum.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I want some revenge for my friend.
Yeah. For your friend Ivan. Awesome.
Yeah.
Have you told Elaine about Ivan?
I'm sure we all have in some way. Have we? I don't want to speak on behalf of everybody.
Well,
Yeah.
I think I have.
What have you said? What's that conversation been like? Maybe
Well,
on the road towards Sarum, or I guess she's coming from the other direction. So once you're feasting in the hall there,
It probably had to come in some way from. I'm gonna make sure I don't mess it up. The Battle of Merkwood Creek, right? Talking about what happened at the Battle of Merkwood Creek, because like our poignant, like our heroic kind of last standy stuff was trying to rescue Ivan.
Yeah.
And so it probably came from that. And maybe you ask me, like what was so important about that, and I just like. We have a quick camera like flashes back to like the tent and being like, you're an amazing person, blah blah blah, and and that kind of stuff, and then just come back and have a little like tear in my eye, and it's like, you're a great man and a great friend, kind of thing. And I kind of like leave that there's a depth there, but I don't particularly share everything.
yeah. I think, probably over the course of this flashback, we see like, Nidian grasping Ivan's hand at the wrist, helping Ivan come out of his melancholy in the tent, and like,
Yeah.
facing off against the fairy bear together, or no, not the fairy bear, but the flower knight, the knight of flowers. Yeah. Okay. Can you make an orate test for me, please, Nidian? Just to see, I'm imagining you're in, the hall of Sarum and telling this tale to a group of knights. Oh,
Yeah.
check it out. Nailed it. You might also know now, chat, thanks to Romacron, who is in chat now, I believe. I saw him earlier. He did just a few small updates to the King Arthur Pendragon sheet. And now, when you make a modifier to the D20 roll, if you, for example, Eric, roll that same thing, but plus 20. Roll orate, and then just put 20 as the modifier. So you'll see that it's properly calculating less than 28, which is the new value of the skill, but then it's adding 8 to your roll automatically. So we don't have to do the mental calculation of, okay, you're 8 over 20, so we need to add 8 to that result, etc. So thank you very much, Macron. That's
cool.
really
Yeah.
great
Hey, thank you. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
convenient. Cool. So yeah, you give a rousing speech about Ivan's past and
Yeah,
his-
so it's obviously about like the war, like more like about like the it was a heated battle and kind of that kind of stuff, and talking about how things were dangerous.
Yeah, very nice. All right, so Earl Roderick stands up in the front of the hall, and he speaks, his voice booming throughout the hall. He's got all of his knights, 50 to 100 of them gathered there, and he begins calling out names, and you hear the names of Sir Lycus and Sir Wolf, Sir Elid, famous, high-ranking knights. He says, "You're to report to the king to go raiding with Prince Madoc." And then he keeps going down the list, assigning various knights here and there, until finally he says, "Rethric, Dwynwyn, Elaine, Nidian, garrison duty."
I kick a can.
Yeah.
I stifle a groan.
Yeah. So garrison duty is kind of grunt work. It must be done. Generally, there's a progression that happens throughout the realm of Salisbury, where knights they sort of roam from location to location within the realm and just sort of double check to make sure everything's going okay. And that's what garrison duty is. It's basically the most boring thing you could do. Let's see if there's actually
The most boring thing you
most boring thing you could do. I think there is actually an adventure for garrison duty, but true to form, it doesn't say what page it's on. Let's see. Hang on.
I thought 486 had a special garrison duty.
Yes, there is a special garrison duty, but I just want to look at it to tell you what exactly happens when you're on garrison duty.
Are you guys 22?
Yeah.
22, yep.
We're all the same age then. Cool. So can I assume that I was also knighted when they were, and...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Cool.
Wow. Really, no. The answer is no. All right, yes. Well. So, yes, the four of you set off. Tell me about your horses and your squires. In fact, Elaine, did we get a squire for you? I think we did, right?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
What is that? Skills somehow? Yeah, Berengar.
Berengar
The squire. I need to name my horses. Whoops.
Yes.
Wait.
I have, yeah. I still have my squire's still Peter.
Nice.
Peter's been fantastic for me. He was the one who actually tried to rescue Ivan. I think
Yeah.
he was the one who did it. However, I think the most coolest thing and probably the most different thing about Nidian is that Nidian has that nice charger.
Yeah.
And I named it March. So it's really weird because Nidian has kind of crappy equipment and stuff, but then he has this gorgeous horse, gorgeous. It's one of the most beautiful horses you've probably ever seen.
Yeah. And what's special about March the Charger?
Well, it helps me. It augments my battle skill by 5.
Yeah.
Mechanically, but for real, it just makes me feel like I'm in a Lamborghini.
Yeah. Definitely.
I feel like I'm wearing clothes. I just feel like a pauper in a Lamborghini. Really, it's kind of weird, but it feels like, hey, this is where I'm supposed. This is a taste of perhaps the glory that is to come for me. This is what I will be delivered to.
Absolutely. And Herethric, who's your squire?
Walter, who is John Goodman from Big Lebowski at age 16. So he wears a red headband,
Khaki vest,
aviator sunglasses,
khaki chainmail vest.
Awesome.
My horse is named Wyvern. And it is a courser, and it has +3 movement, I think. Or it is.
Yes.
Right, it is faster than all the other horses.
All the other horses.
Awesome. And then Dwinwin, who are your squire and horses?
I don't have horse stats.
So you should have a
well.
charger, a courser, a rouncy, and 2 sumpters.
Wow.
Yeah. So a charger is your war horse. That's the horse that you ride into battle. Let's see.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I didn't start with any of those.
Yeah, when you get knighted, you get gifted horses as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because you need horses for your squires, for example, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I didn't have any on my character sheet. Where am I?
Yeah, I might need to add, because I have a charger, 2 rouncies, and a sumpter.
Oh, that's the one you should actually have. Sorry.
A charger,
and then
2 rouncies, and a sumpter.
yeah, Herethric got gifted that extra horse.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. That's what my special horse. Hold on, I got pee. I'll be right back.
No problem.
Welcome to.
Cool. Well, I remember my squire was a young Ellen Page.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And her name was Emma. She's very little. She's tough and she frowns a lot.
Emma the Squire, Ellen Page.
Yeah. And I don't think she's too happy with me a lot of the time. She wants to do cooler stuff than what I'm doing. My stuff isn't cool enough somehow. And my charger, I don't know, I just imagine like this huge, fierce, muscular, dark, like black-furred horse.
Nice.
Like really fiery eyes and kind of temperamental with anyone but me type of.
What's his name?
I don't know. A good pagan name, a good traditional pagan name.
Nice.
That I don't know what it would be off the top of my head. Some kind of Gaelic name, probably.
Yeah. I'm gonna nickname him Henge.
Hold on, I gotta.
All right, awesome. So yes, you're riding out forth on the backs of. Elaine, what is your horse's name?
I have a jet black, like the blackest, shiniest horse you've ever seen, charger named Nui.
Nui.
Night. And that's probably the one that I have my marvelous saddle on, which is my family characteristic.
Yeah. What does the marvelous saddle do?
I didn't make a note of that. I have to check.
Okay.
But what page are the characteristics?
Wow, that would be in the Book of Knights and Ladies, right?
Oh shit. Yeah, I don't have that
Hang
one.
on. Back in the back, I think, is where we roll for family characteristics. So,
I think it actually just gives me like better horsemanship in general.
I think
Like
so also.
control of the horse.
Let's see. Are you Occitanian? What are you?
I am
Aquitanian, right?
Aquitanian,
Yeah.
which I tried to research a little bit, and it's basically just like an
France, right?
ancient pocket of southwest France.
Yeah. Let's see. French luck. Oh no, it's not. It's not luck. It's the family thing, right?
Yes.
Aquitanian luck, marvelous saddle grants a +4 to horsemanship rolls made to stay on your horse.
Right. Yes.
Very nice. All right.
Sorry, I'm typing.
So, yes, it's been probably 45 days that you've been on garrison duty so far. You've been riding around Salisbury. You've seen nothing of interest. Everything is as you have expected it, and it's been quite dull. However, now on your 45th day of patrol,
Oh, the last day, right?
no.
What? I thought we were only obligated to
3 days from retirement.
I think the patrol of garrison duty takes quite a while. I think it's like, yeah, you're required to serve some period of time for battle, but outside of that, there are other activities that can take longer.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Anyhow, yes. You're on patrol, returning back towards Sarum, the capital of Salisbury, and you meet an old man dressed in tattered goat skins along the side of the road. He accosts you and says, "Ah, good Sir Knights, help! And you hear from the distance,
Goodness.
I dismount.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
My friend, how may we aid you?
"Oh," he says, "my cherished old goat has wandered away up a nearby hill, and I am too old and weak to climb up it. Will you go look for it for me?"
I turn and smile to my companion and say, "Garrison duty." And what color is your gold, old man? I
"Oh,
start
Yeah.
striding up the hill.
it's a large one and black. You can't mistake it."
We're probably like bored out of our minds, and so correct me if I'm wrong, but when you said like garrison duty, are you trying to get out of this?
Like
Like, is that saying like garrison duty?
it's
or
a
is
it's
that
a
like garrison duty. Let's do it. You know?
It's a thing that your Earl requires of you. There's no question of your doing it. But compared with the glory from going and battling against the Saxons, garrison duty is not interesting or even productive.
No, I'm sorry. I think what I meant to ask Hrethric is when he said garrison duty, did he mean that we cannot save this goat because we're on garrison duty and we have to?
Sorry, we're on garrison duty.
Or does garrison duty mean like, oh well, garrison duty is responsible for like helping the populace, so we should do it? Like,
Right.
what do you mean when you say that?
Yeah. That
I feel like I would
This
know
is-
what you meant.
this is garrison duty.
Oh yeah. Oh, like we
yeah.
have to do this. This is part of garrison duty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's not really, but it is, right? This is
Oh
the
yeah.
I turn, you know, I'm like 10 paces up the hill as you're all kind of debating what to do, and I turn around and I say, "There's always glory in goats."
Yeah. You know, Hrethric, I think I think I might want to make a friendly wager with you. You know, I might say, hey, the first person, you know, between us, the person who, you know, let's see who can find it first. The loser has to do their other person's chores. So.
I give him a fucking noogie.
Yeah.
I have a trait question.
Yeah.
The proud trait, would that, if it were high enough, would it mean like, you know, like I'm above this goat business?
Yeah, absolutely. I would totally let you make that call for your character.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I don't want to be too like crabby about it because I'm a knight, but
Let's see. But your
kind of
proud
like
is
smoking
where?
it.
12? Okay, yeah. I mean, you know,
I'm a little peeved that we have to retrieve the goat right now.
do
That's
you,
all.
do you want to protest as Elaine? Do you want to speak up and say this isn't worth our time or my time?
I'm like so super generous though that I don't think I can really. The proud isn't high enough to outweigh
The
My-
generosity.
my wish to help people. So
Okay, cool.
I begrudgingly want to help.
Got it. Okay, so, you know, maybe you're a little further behind as Hrethric and Niddy
Yeah.
go charging up the hill.
Dwinwyn carries the horse.
Not as gung ho.
Follows everyone.
Yeah. Dwinwyn, if you're back with Elaine, is there any exchange between the two of you over this?
Dwinwyn's laughing. And Elaine is a lady, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay. And says, my money's on Hrethric.
From what I can see, that seems like a good bet.
Oh.
All right, so Hrethric and Nidian, please give me opposed against each other. What kind of roll would that be? What
Hunting?
hunting rolls? Yeah.
Yeah, hunting some goat.
Goat hunter.
Goat hunter.
Where
Starring De Niro,
I'm
the
not
goat hunter.
I'm not a bad hunter. I'm not a great hunter, but I've been hunting.
Not the best. I'm not that good at it.
It could be like that. It could be
Boy,
Blackfellow.
I'm a little rough.
Like close to a ghost. Ghost hunters.
Okay, so. Oh, nice. Check it out. So, yeah, Nidian, you go wandering up the hill, and you think you see some spoor at the top of it, heading off to the right into a small copse grove at the top of the hill. Whereas Hrethric, you get to the top of the hill, you turn.
Say again. I'm sorry.
You get to the top of the hill, you turn, and you see Nidian head off to the right, and you stand and you survey. What do you do at the top of the hill?
I see the goat.
There it is.
Medium, where are you going? I look for like high, like even though we're at the top of the hill, it's a goat that we're dealing with, right? So it's going to be weird, and it's going to be like try to get up even higher. So if there's like an outcropping of rock, or or maybe even a tree, maybe it could have like a thick branch tree or something with delicious looking leaves.
Yeah.
But he said it was a big goat, so like it would have to be a big tree. And I listen for its telltale like
It's bleat.
satanic bleat. Yeah.
Hail Satan.
Yeah, exactly. Hail Satan. Yeah, you hear a faint "Hail Satan" coming from a few rocks a ways away, and you head in their direction. And standing up atop one of these rocky outcroppings, you see this huge black goat. It's very obviously much larger than any goat you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
And it sees you. It fixes you with its strange, like, double-pupiled goat eyes. It goes, "Hail Satan," and then it boom, boom. It gallops off of the top of the rock in the opposite direction, heading straight for a forest.
Oh no!
All right, well, Nidian!
You hear
I'm like-
Midian.
Shit.
My stable
Yeah,
knocking. And friends, this way. And
Nice.
I take off at a good stride. I'm not like sprinting after it, whatever. But
Yeah. Are you following? Are you following on foot, or have you leapt aboard your horses and started?
Oh, I'm on horse. I'm on horse because as I rush by you, Rethric, I say it was the first one to catch it.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Wait, we're at the top of a rocky hill. No, I tell Walter to bring the horses around for me, and I will. I'll try to like intercept with Walter, but I'm going to try to keep my eyes on the goat.
Okay. Cool.
I'm
I
horsing
take
it.
a quick-
I don't care. I want to win.
I take a quick moment to like just take in how hilarious it looks to watch these knights chase after a goat, and I just like roll my eyes and chuckle to myself, and then follow you.
Nice. Okay, so you eventually mount yourselves if you didn't have your horse with you, and it was a little bit maybe one of the reasons that Rethric was the one to see the goat first is because Nidian had to maneuver his horse up this rocky cliff, which took a little longer. It took him by a different route.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Excuses. Nidian the Great Hunter.
But Nidian, you charge off after it on horseback. Make a horsemanship roll. The ground here is fairly rocky. There's brush. You're trying to steer your horse between all of these obstacles. Nice, yeah. You're maneuvering very deftly. You dart off after this goat. You get close enough to nearly grab it by the horns. Make a dexterity roll for me, Nidian.
Oh boy. All right. This is my moment. No!
Oh, so you reach out and your fingertip brushes the horns of the goat, and then it veers off to the right, straight into a chunk of brush. Crunch! There's like a spray of branches, and you overshoot past the place where the goat entered the brush. And Rethric is able to catch up to you, and I think Elaine and Duinwin joined the two of you at this.
What a great moment.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, just miss it.
Super close though.
So where'd it go?
It darted into the brush immediately to the right of here, and you can see back. There's a couple of crashed through bushes and branches that are broken where this large goat forced its way through the underbrush. Do you continue following it deeper into the forests here?
Can I use my face senses
Yes.
or whatever?
Yeah, absolutely. Make a check against your fairy lore.
We just hear some frolicking and rustling of leaves, and we're Hail Satan.
But Dealer Umbra in chat suggested Beelzebub, which I think is also really excellent.
What am I making a check against? My fairy
Fairy lore, yeah, or
Okay.
or anything else that you thought would be more appropriate than fairy lore, but it
Fairy lore
sounded
sounds great.
all right.
Did it go?
No,
I'm clicking it.
there's additional pop-ups you need to click.
Oh, there it is.
on.
Okay. Sorry. No modifiers. When looks around.
Oh wow, that is a critical fail.
In the dark shadows of the forest.
Yeah, Duinwin, you look around and you say, "This is obviously a very ordinary goat, and we are in a very ordinary place. What are we waiting for?" Yeah.
This totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's go get this large goat.
Cool.
Hail
So I guess Duinwin, maybe you're leading the party now, out in front ahead, just like, what are you all waiting for? Let's go.
Sure.
And you see ahead of you through the branches, every once in a while you see a flash of a large black creature, and you hear the crunch of branches and the faint bleat. Bah. And eventually you hear just a quick, sharp bah, bah, and then silence, and then crunch. And the four of you push out of a nest of trees into an opening. And standing in the opening is a huge, tall man. He's probably 30 feet tall, and in one hand, held by the horns, he holds the black goat. He has two eyes, but one of them has two eyeballs side by side, so he's actually got three eyes set into his face. And
So when you say huge, like
Yeah.
abnormally for human huge.
Well, I said 30 feet tall,
I
yes.
missed that part. That's very huge.
Yeah.
He is a giant creature.
We have stepped into the Tyrannosaurus paddock, apparently.
Yeah. So let's
Boy.
see. Here we go.
Who's the first person to encounter it? Or do we have to do like an initiative thing? Or
Well, I think Dwynwen was out front as a
Yeah.
course as a result of her natural lack of suspicion surrounding the events of this hunt.
That seems fine.
So, yeah,
I believe you have my goat.
he looks at you and he grunts, ugh, and he takes this goat in his hand and he flings it, pew, and it sort of flies at an arc out of the clearing. Bah! And he grabs a tree next to him and he wrenches on it, crack, and snaps it off at the base, and he holds it up as a giant club and he swings it a few times in front of him. And then he bellows. Wah! So I need all of you to make a valorous test, and that's going to be at a -5.
What?
Oh dear.
Are you shitting me?
Baloney
Okay.
is that?
All right, well, I'm not making it, fellas. I'm sorry. I'm just going to let you know this. This is going to be... This is not happening.
Nice.
Yeah, see ya.
Wow. Wow. Nice.
I think I passed.
Yeah. Luke Hrethric and Dwynwen both pass. So Dwynwen, what are you gonna do? The two of you are able to engage, whereas Elaine and Nidian are both quivering in their boots on the backs of their horses.
Sure. Yeah, my horse like rears up, and whinnies, and Dwynwen draws her sword.
Awesome.
And,
Is it sword, or are you charging with the lance?
Oh, which one is better? I think my sword is better. So
Okay.
I'll stick with that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, make note that your sword skill may be better, but if you're charging on horseback with a lance, I think you get +10 to the skill, your lance skill.
I have 0 lance skill.
Hang on. You might have
Wah, wah.
yeah, you have spear expertise, which replaces lance.
Oh, nice.
Okay, so I'd get like probably that's a 10, a total of 20 versus my sword, which would just be 15.
Right.
Okay, so yes, I will charge with my spear.
Okay, cool. So go ahead and roll your spear expertise with the +10 modifier.
Cool.
Looks like Team Goat is blasting off again.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, you nailed it. Just make a note when you're adding modifier in there. Don't add the plus sign because that screws things up. But you nailed it, so totally great. So that's your horse damage, actually, not your own damage. Which, let's see.
Cool.
Is that even on here somewhere? I think if we add that... Is horse damage? Right, yeah, you have to actually add it. But I think it's 5d6.
Okay, so should I just roll 5?
Yeah, just /roll 5d6.
My horse pummels into the 30-foot man.
Ooh.
Wow, not great. But that's on page 180.
1.
This game is scary. You could just die at any minute.
Yes.
Yeah. So Charger is actually 6d6, so roll one more d6 and we'll add that to your 9.
Okay. So just roll 1d6?
Yeah, just roll 1d6.
Got it.
Okay, so that puts you at a total of 14. So let's see here. Yeah, so this giant's armor soaks the entirety of your charge attack.
Damn.
So like the spear just like glances off of.
Yeah, it's wearing this like thick leather hide with like small shields sort of sewn onto it, and one of your lances just goes smashing off the shield. However, you rolled even for the damage, which means that your lance does not snap. You've still got it.
Cool.
Hrethric, your turn.
So I just reach out my hand to my right side, and just say, like, as I'm staring at the giant to Walter, I'm like, axe.
And nice, yeah. Walter hands you an axe.
and so then I take it up. I spur my horse with my heels, and I give a great shout and a laugh. Malinogi!
Nice.
Great. You've met the garrison of King okay. Yeah, there's not a lot of passions for fighting giants.
It's true.
I can't even kind of contort my way into a passion here.
I actually think your love of your lord is potentially applicable, especially with your bellowing of you've met the garrison of King Uther, right? Like, garrison duty is all about keeping your lord's lands safe. So really, even more than King Uther's lands, these are Earl Roderick's lands.
So you think loyalty to lord, really?
I do.
I'm in.
All right.
I laugh. I give a shout for Uther, for Roderick.
Yeah, test your loyalty.
I'm in. I'm in like Flynn.
Nailed it. All right.
Wasn't gonna not nail it. Yeah, rock and roll, buddy.
So that gives you a plus 10 on.
I know. Two-handed weapons plus 10. Wow, I rolled another one.
Wow, that is.
Oh my God.
That's a terrible roll, but you still succeed. So deal your damage.
All right.
Don't roll a bunch of ones, and you should be fine.
How can I not crit with a plus 7?
That
like,
is.
What kind of terrible person am I?
That is impressive. You had like a 35% chance to crit.
I know. All right. Right. So I also do 66 damage.
Nice. 28.
Good roll.
Let's see.
Count, sucker?
Yeah, your axe bites deep into the side of this giant. A huge spray of blood gushing from his leg. Yeah, getting all over your face and in your mouth, and you're just like, yeah. Okay,
Giant thirsty.
let's see. I think he smashes at you with his tree. He's going to divide his attacks between the two of you.
All right.
So let's see.
We know that doesn't go very well for people, so we have
Right. Well, versus
He is a giant.
Dwynwen, he's gonna use a skill of 5. What? Oh wow!
You critted Dwynwen on a 5?
Stop
I did.
By Gwyn, it was nice knowing you.
What does that mean?
So
You're taking-
Dwynwen,
Like 17 dice of damage or something.
Oh, that's
12 d6. Yeah. Say your pagan prayers, Dwynwen.
Oh my god!
So Dwynwen, how much armor do you have? Is it 16?
Holy...
You should have 10 plus your shield, which should be 16. So that's 31 damage. I think you're not dead.
I have 11 plus my shield, so 17.
Ah, nice. So it's only 30 points of damage. So, okay, on your character sheet, Dwynwen.
She's in the negatives.
I am -3.
Yes, but I think it's like within 0 to -3, you're still able to be saved. I think it's literally -3. So Dwynwen, up in the upper right corner where it says wounds,
Yeah.
just put 30 in one of those spots.
Got it. What did he do to me? Did he just like swat at my head? Or
Yeah,
something?
he as you rode by, he swung this tree and it connected with the back of your skull. Plop, and you went flying off of your horse. You probably like ragdolled into a tree and then into a boulder and then face planted on the ground.
Sure. That sounds. I'm like next to the goat somewhere. wherever the
Yeah.
goat-
Yeah, you're off next to the goat. It comes over, it starts chewing on your hair.
Oh my god. No.
Yeah. Okay,
Oh,
Dwinwin, would you please check the chirurgery needed checkbox?
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Ellen Page, come save me.
Are we-
Ellen Page.
aren't we supposed to be not to be a killjoy on killing, but are we supposed to be rolling against one another? If it's splitting his attacks, doesn't his 5 have to beat Dwinwin's?
Well, Dwinwin failed, right? Oh no, Dwinwin succeeded.
The limits?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it is an opposed roll, which meant that Dwinwin's result was higher than its, and therefore, all of that is what could have happened to Dwinwin.
Flashes before my eyes.
Yeah,
Yes,
the
exactly.
God.
Literally life
past
flashing
5
before your
minutes was-
eyes.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, good.
Sorry,
Someday.
you slipped into D&D mode there for a second. That's of I go, you go.
Yep.
I believe you.
Yeah, technically I haven't done any damage to it yet. He has to roll higher than an 8 to hit me.
Yes, and it's rolling against a 13. Let's see, it fails, so you do deal your damage, and so does Dwinwin, and neither of you gets brained, and neither of you is having their hair munched on by a goat.
Oh
so,
my god.
Good. And no, it critting doesn't matter. It actually, even though it crit, it would still need to be higher than Dwinwin's roll, because the rolls are opposed with each other, and Dwinwin's roll was higher, so Dwinwin succeeded.
Cool. That's
Yes.
good. Gwynwyn looks a little wide-eyed back at Hrethric.
Yeah.
I smile.
All right, Elaine and Nidian, please test your Valorous again at -5s.
Nope.
Okay, yep. Wow, you're rolling against a 2.
Yeah.
All right, well, Elaine, you were able to
Look at the
join
size
the
of that.
fight this time. Okay, so, Dwinwin, let's start with you again.
Okay.
It is going to give you another... Well, I think this time, like, it sort of senses that it could have had you if things had gone better, and this time it's giving you the majority of its attack.
Shit.
So it's going to give you 12, and Hrethric 5, and Elaine 1. So,
Cool.
All right.
Cool.
I'm very valorous, actually, and I'm determined, like very determined to take this giant out that almost killed me. I saw my life flash before my eyes.
Yeah.
So can I add that in?
no, your Valorous is only what lets you attack, but if you
Oh.
have another passion that you can call on, you can use that.
So that's all the valorous does at all.
Right. So again, like Love of Lord would be applicable here, or if you have some sort of hate of giants or something like that.
I do have a love of I have love of family, but not of lord.
Loyalty of Lord is what Steven's referring
Yeah,
to.
Loyalty of Lord.
Yeah,
Cool.
Loyalty of Lord.
I'll do that. So I would roll again. My
Well, you would-
spear expert.
No, you just click your Loyalty Lord, so test that passion first. And then if
Oh, I
you
see.
succeed on that passion, it'll give you a +10 to everything for the rest of this encounter. Oh yeah, nailed it. So now roll your spear expertise again, and you're wheeling around for another charge attack against this guy, which
Right.
means this time you have a +20 total cumulative.
Cool. My horse's hair is wild in the dark forest.
Nice. Basically, you can't not crit. Yep, nailed it.
Yeah.
I'm rolling.
So then should I roll some? Oh, okay.
Oh yeah!
So versus Dwinwin,
Critical.
rolled an 11, which is less than yours, versus Hrethric, less than 5. Hrethric
Good job, guys.
fails, and then less than 1 versus Elaine. It fails. All right, so Elaine, roll your attack as well. So
I'm lancing.
yeah, are you going to invoke your love of your lord as well?
I don't know. I have straight up loyalty, and then
Yeah,
I have
that's what I
loyalty
mean.
Vassals.
Loyalty is probably your loyalty lord.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Test your loyalty, Lord, first.
Sorry. Wrong window.
Oh,
Loyalty.
wow.
Ooh.
You fail on your test of loyalty to the
I'm
Lord,
not loyal.
which I believe gives you a -5 to
Yes.
everything.
Oh, bummer.
So unfortunately, your lance misses. You're testing against a 10 instead. But Dwynwen and Hrethric both strike and deal their damage. So
I did a critical. I believe we both did criticals.
yes, you did.
Boom! How about 40?
Wow.
40 damage. So that's what, 25? Mm-hmm.
It is 15 points over? Holy shit.
And then Dwynwen,
Yes.
you're rolling 12d6 as well.
Bring it!
Straight up roll 12d6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm ready.
Snap that lance off in him.
Prepare thyself, giant.
Oh, damn! Yeah, so that's,
it does
what,
break.
30 points of damage? Okay, so I'm imagining this is sort of like a double team thing. Hrethric
Yeah.
is coming from the back. Your axe catches him in the back of the knee and brings him down to down on his knee. And then Dwynwen rides up, setting her lance straight for the double eye on the left side of his face. Skewers him straight through the head. He falls backwards, collapsing in complete death. Blah.
Complete death.
He has so much death. He's over here with the negative hit point bar.
I just turn around to Nidian and say, I believe the goat is this way.
Oh man. And I probably take your horse from your squire or whatever. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And I just like walk him around like
Nice. Yeah.
I'm like shit. All right, well played.
Yeah. So you hear from the edge of the forest.
Old man on the street.
Yeah, the old man comes hobbling into the clearing, covered in goat skins or whatever, and says, "Very well done, knights." And then he throws off his goatly coverings and he stands up straight. As his goatly coverings come off of him, long white hair cascades down off of his head, including a long white beard which wasn't there before. He's wearing dark blue robes under it. Nidian and Hrethric, you've both
recognize him.
seen this man before. He was the old man who was in the Hall of the Horse Lord that Hrethric struck down in single combat.
That is true. I know you, sir.
Oh.
I believe I know you by reputation as well.
He greets you and he says, "Congratulations on your courage and battle prowess. It seems that you four will do, though two of you more than the others. But, well, you can come as well, Sir Nidian, Sir Elaine. Yes, join me. Hold still for a moment. Have any of you suffered any wounds?" And he holds up his hands and he looks at you and stops for a second and says, "Oh, no, you haven't. Well, I'm very impressed. I could have sworn I saw one of you die. It was some compelling vision, but anyway, well, good. Very well done." Yes, he mutters for a second and he moves his hands in the air and says, "Asante skana squash banana," and a cloud of moisture, vapor gathers in the air around you and shrouds you in mist. And then he says, "Come with me. We strike out in this direction. Now, I need strong arms, not loud voices, so keep your voices to yourselves. Also, leave your horses here with your squires. We won't be needing them where we're going, and they'll only get in the way. You four, come with me."
Who are you?
Oh,
I grabbed Dwynwen.
He bows low and he says, "Good Sir Knights, I am Merlin, advisor to King Uther. There is an important task that we must take at a lake nearby. Please, come with me."
Oh.
It is, yeah, Dwynwen, it's Merlin.
It's Merlin, man. Chill.
How do we feel about Merlin? Like, is he like this weird magician at a distance, like this strange politician who Like,
There are competing opinions of Merlin, and that is definitely one of the dominant ones. He's like this weird dude who shows up whenever it's convenient for him, but then there's been really, really obvious times when it sure would have helped to have some magic around, and he was just not there.
yeah.
But King Uther values his advice very highly, and he often includes him on high council meetings, and he's seated at the right hand of Uther. He's an
Cool.
important dude.
And therefore our Lord trusts him, and therefore we trust him.
Well, therefore you're willing to obey your lord's orders as it concerns him. Though you are your own knight, and whether you trust him or not is definitely up to you. Are you suspicious inherently, Dwynwen?
I'm inherently suspicious of any magic that appears in front of me.
Yeah. Okay.
I know how this works. This guy could be, I'm sure he's doing good things for our Lord, but
Yeah.
will he do good things for us? And will he make weird choices that will make things harder for us? Who knows?
A valid question. Now, Luke is saying the right thing in chat here. Make sure that both of you have checked the box next to your spear expertise.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Sure, cool.
Yeah, very nice. All right, so he marches out of the mist that surrounds you, and the four of you follow him. And you're in some other forest that you were not in before. The trees are all different. Instead of this low, scraggy, rocky underbrush, there's a soft loam floor of rotted leaves. It's nearly clear. The forest is this old, deciduous forest. And ahead of you, directly ahead of you, is a vast lake with a shimmering silver surface. Incredibly placid, the surface looks like a mirror in front of you. You hear, from off to the right of you, a crashing through the underbrush, and Merlin turns, whirling his hair spinning around him. He points and he says, "There! Good Sir Knights, defend me now with your lives! Protect me, and you will do a great service to the realm." And he strides forwards towards the lake. And through the brush you see galloping a knight on horseback. He's holding in both of his hands two huge greatswords, and as he charges through the underbrush, his body sprouts two more arms, growing two more swords in their hands. He's now got 4 arms and 4 swords. And he himself is all like this green pond scummy color, the exact same color of his horse. It's this green pond scummy horse. And he comes charging at you, burbling as he rides. And I think that's where we should have our first break.
Yeah.
So let's take a 5-minute break, and when we come back, we will see the battle between our player knights and this new strange pond scum knight.
The Green Knight!
So don't go away, and we'll be back very soon.
Oh boy.